Today's video is going to be brought to you by Squarespace. Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another Boruto Naruto Next Generation discussion on the fallout from Boruto chapter 79. And today I want to talk to you guys about the one thing that Boruto fans have been waiting on ever since the story sped up and we got Naruto being sealed away, Boruto getting his scar, and Boruto becoming a rogue ninja, which is the moment where Boruto's Jougan eye finally activates in the manga. Given how insane Ada's Shinjutsu was, where she affected the entire world and switched the roles of Boruto and Kawaki in everyone's minds by manipulating their chakra via her Shinjutsu, the question of where Boruto can hide has been brought up by everyone, and we've had multiple ends of the spectrum being explored as a fandom, from the fan theories of Sumire hiding Boruto in the New Age dimension to Sasuke somehow using Izanagi to reverse the effect, to even the time travel turtle, the Otsuki clan, being used and brought back in the series. The one thing that quite a few fans have seemingly agreed upon is that the Jougan is the best option available to save Boruto, and in today's video we're going to look at just why this may or may not be possible and how it impacts the story from a narrative perspective, as well as the foreshadowing that we have of why this would be Kawaki's worst nightmare. So with the Jougan, we have multiple abilities that we've seen the eye showcase. It gives a power amp to the user, it gives precognitive powers that exceed that of even the Sharingan, sensory abilities that go beyond 6-path sage mode, and can even sense where Otsuki portals are and see the portals before they even manifest. It can withstand Momoshiki's ability to stop time, which only the Rinnegan's been able to show that power to do the same thing, and it finally has the power to access Otsuki dimensions. It's that last power right there that a lot of fans are interested in, because as we've seen so far, Kawaki using Ishiki's dojutsu means he has access to a time space that nobody else has access to, mainly the Daikokuden dimension, where time and space itself stand still. With the Jougan, we've seen Boruto open those dimensions when he forced his way into the New Age dimension and leave that dimension later on. But if we go back to the blog that Shang Shi, one of the animators for Boruto, did way back in the day, well before we ever saw Boruto open up portals, he stated that the Jougan has space-time powers that go into other dimensions connected to the Otsuki clan. If Boruto awakens the Jougan, that could be his way to avoid being captured, because at that point only Kawaki could chase him down, and even though Ada could see him with her Sharingan, because being in another dimension doesn't shield you from her eyesight, as we've seen multiple times in the manga so far, this does bring Boruto into a situation where none of the Konoha shinobi can chase him, and there's a chance not even Kawaki can give chase if those dimensions can only be accessed by the Jougan, similar to how the Daikokuden can only be accessed by Kawaki's dojutsu. If on the off chance that Kawaki can access those dimensions, it becomes an even bigger advantage for Boruto, and here's why. Boruto might be a genius, so everything ninjutsu related, it tends to come to him both easily as well as faster than most normal shinobi, and even those talented shinobi. Hence why at the age of 12 he's made more Rasengan variations than his grandfather did in his entire lifetime, and Naruto did, until he gained the access of the chakra of the 9 Biju. However, even Boruto had to learn to control his chakra, making ninjutsu and chakra enhanced attacks while using the least amount of chakra required to do so. However, Kawaki on the other hand has shown a blatant disregard and disrespect for this form of training, which led to him attacking Sarada and the members of Team 7 when they were supposed to be training for this very thing. As we've seen recently in the last manga chapter, Kawaki does have problems when it comes to chakra control, which led to him using Sukuna Hikona so much that his chakra levels absolutely plummeted. Now this jutsu likely takes a ton of chakra to use, don't get me wrong, but people who have perfect chakra control or near perfect chakra control can use high level chakra based jutsu by using the bare minimum to maximize their output of the jutsu, thereby using it longer, which we saw Jougan do when he had those powers and he used them frequently without showing fatigue, though due to being an imperfect vessel, his body did begin to fall apart when he started using that power. Kawaki has shown that he's catching on to using Ishiki's power, but the fact that he grows fatigued so quickly is a sign that there's still room to go when it comes to mastering this power. Even though he's taken strides fights, because if he was all the way tapped in, he'd be doing a much better job of balancing his chakra when it comes to his jutsu. The one drawback is what gives Boruto a leg up on Kawaki, because Boruto would be able to use his Jougan to keep going through the dimensions without worry of exhausting his chakra pool, because his chakra control has been shown to be far more advanced than Kawaki's. That allows Boruto to keep putting space between himself and Kawaki, because eventually if Kawaki is able to access those dimensions, Kawaki will burn out and have to give up his chase, whereas Boruto can continue should it come to that. However, there's a strong chance that the Jougan dimensions are only going to be accessed by the Jougan itself, which gives Boruto a place to stay hidden and train himself during the time skip in order to return to Konoha to fix those problems that Kawaki and Ada have caused. Also, due to the Jougan being the eye that has strong connections and ancient power of the Utsuki, there's a chance that Boruto could go through those dimensions like his mentor Sasuke did and begin searching for a way to reverse the Shinjutsu that Ada unleashed on the world. Just as Sasuke extensively searched every corner of Kaguya's dimensions, Boruto could go even further, and given that the Jougan can see chakra more extensively than a Byakugan, Sharingan, or a Rinnegan, there's a chance Boruto could find any scrolls left behind in those dimensions even faster. Now, as for the awakening of the Jougan itself, there's a chance that that's already been set up in the story as well. We know based off of Momoshiki's gaslighting that we are approaching the point where Boruto gives up on the will to live and proceeds to give up control of his body to Momoshiki. Everything else that Momoshiki has foretold is come to pass except for this one thing. It's the only thing from Momoshiki's vision that hasn't actually happened. While we don't know what will happen to push Boruto to this point, if we look at what we've seen in the moments where Boruto has suppressed Momoshiki, we have clues, and we've always seen the same thing each time. Boruto covering up his eye where Momoshiki's Byakugan is active in order to suppress his influence. If Boruto has willingly giving up control and is locked away in a corner of his own mind, just like Himawari's school teacher was, the strength of mind and spirit, basically the yin chakra, is going to be the key to Boruto breaking out of Momoshiki's control and regaining control. A huge overexertion of that yin chakra could be what makes Boruto awaken that dojutsu. Dojutsu in general tend to be closer associated to the yin chakra, i.e. the spiritual side of one's chakra anyway. This could be that gateway for Boruto. While many people, even in 2023 today, still say Toneri gave Boruto his Jougan, that's factually incorrect. He merely awakened the power that was already inside of him early because of the New Age situation. It's not by chance we have two conflicting prophecies for Boruto. One of despair where he loses everything, and one of salvation where he is the star of hope for the world. If Boruto is able to reclaim control of his body and push Momoshiki into a corner, the Jougan might be a byproduct, potentially even acting as a restriction placed on Momoshiki himself to keep Momoshiki from taking control, but allowing Boruto to use Momoshiki's full power without risk of Momoshiki hijacking his body when his chakra grows too low. It's a way to give Boruto the tools he needs to continue walking his path along the hero's journey, which one could argue is now beginning in full because he's been pushed away from the comfort of his everyday life. The only question really left is, does Boruto go into those Jougan dimensions alone, or would somebody like Sasuke accompany him? The Jougan would be new territory for Sasuke, but having someone experienced going through those Utsuki clan dimensions, it would be something that benefits Boruto, especially if he were to learn that the Jougan is a divine power as well. Hence why Momoshiki called it an ancient power, and why Urashiki referred to as being a scary power that Boruto possessed. This would allow Boruto to begin laying out all the tools and information required for him to fully assess the situation and find the best possible outcome to reverse the damage that Kawaki has done. And the only thing left that would benefit him would be if Boruto were to have one place where all that information was located in an easy and convenient way, because in 2023, keeping all that information on scrolls is just outdated, especially when the Naruto world has so much digital technology at its disposal, which means Boruto should whip out that laptop and visit Squarespace to make his own Rogue Ninja website. That way, all of his notes and everything that he's found is in one easy spot to find. If you've ever thought about creating your own website, Squarespace needs to be the first place that you head to when you decide to get started, because Squarespace gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform to help you create your own personal website. By using Squarespace to create your own website, you can connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. You can manage memberships, send email communications, and leverage audience insights, all on an easy-to-use platform. Create a community on your Squarespace website with a fully integrated commenting system that supports threaded comments, replies, and likes. Use their powerful blogging tools to categorize, share, and schedule your posts too. Extend Squarespace already powerful powerful e-commerce capabilities with Squarespace extensions. These new third-party tools can help you manage inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, reconcile and file sales tax, and ship items across the globe. You can even display posts from your social media platforms onto your website, automatically push website content to your favorite social media channels so your followers can share it too. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Naruto Explained to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.